This is just a picture of headquarters, the entrance to headquarters. On the left there's an old hay rake that was used, and whenever they would cut the tabosa down in pasture 6, tabosa grass, and then they would bale it, and they'd use this rake to rake it up so they could bale it. That goes back to probably 1940, in the 40s. Next slide is a picture of a group of us going to lead camp. This is up that draw going to lead camp. It's Dick Dunlap with the coat. The one up, and then starting from the top is with a cap, Dan Copeland. The one with the red vest is myself, Eddie, and Rob Dunlap is the next person. Again, this is a slide going up toward lead camp with Dan Copeland and Rob Dunlap with the binoculars. If you look up at the very top, right in there, that's the entrance to that mine. Right, Bill?
Yeah, up here higher is the tailing dumps for a vent shaft going down.
Yeah.
The mine itself is right here.
And this is a mine that they were mining lead. Year, John?
About 1900. It was filed on by Jeff Ake and then sold to a party in California who actually came in and developed it up. There was a small community there for a short time.
Let's see if there's this is looking over the top of the mountain to White Sands.
This is looking east.
Look east at White Sands Monument. Okay, this is the entrance to the mine, to the lead camp. The one closest is Stan Copeland, and then Jim Lenz and his son in the background. So you can tell how long ago that is. His kids are all grown, and that's that shaft in the mine itself. Again, that's looking down the shaft in the mine. That's also in the mine, the lead camp mine.
It remains an old windlass.
Used to draw
cables and buckets to move dirt around in the vertical sheds.
The thing is, that lead camp in the mine is, once you leave the entrance, it's dark. You can't see anything, not even your hand in front of your face. And this is Dick Dunlap in the center, Jim Lenz off to the right, Dan Copeland and Rob Dunlap. This is also at lead camp. This is some of the remains of the buildings and the railroad trusses and they used out of the mine. The entrance to the mine. It's a small hole. You have to kind of duck, almost crawl on your hands and knees to get in. And then you can stand up to a certain point and walk in there, but it's very dark. Again, this is the trading dumps at lead camp with myself, Jim Lenz to the left, and his son, and then
I would recognize the fellow.
I already forgot his name. Tim Mulligan.
Yeah.
Mulligan. That's lead camp. That's the trading dumps from what they would dig out of the mine.
They had a railroad track down this small track and move the dirt out with it. You can still find pieces of the tuber-fours that they used for ties and small spikes.
It's a very small railroad, very small rails. It's almost like a hand cart, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think you've seen some in some of the older movies where they're pushing these carts out, but that's us looking for remnants of lead, which you can still find if you look real close in the dumps in the trail right there. That's Jim and his son on top of that trading from the mine, where there's some of this. I think what he has in his hand is a rock, and it's got some lead stripes in it. That's the view up in the mountains, probably from lead camp, looking kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I imagine we're coming back from lead camp from one of the hills we went over.
That's the
Yeah.
view. That's the road coming out of the mine, looking west. Oh, some of the wildlife up in the San Andreas. There's a mule deer right in the middle of the photo. That's the whole group coming out from.
Road Springs here.
Is that Rose Springs? Okay. Again, there's Rob Dunlap on the right. Tim Mulligan, Dan Copeland, and Jim Lenz. Dan and Tim were students at that time. This is at the swimming pool or the reservoir up at Rope Springs.
There's water in it.
Yeah. And that water, a lot of it, the spring would actually dump into it, and it will stay full. Right now the pipeline is damaged, and then part of it's plugged up. So that pool was built by the CC camps in the 30s. I'm hoping we'll have a slide. There's some picnic tables just to the left, going, which would be east. Made out of concrete that they built. It was like a recreation center for them. And but of course that house up there was used by Turney also as one of his quarters.